Okay. It's like water, isn't it?
You think it is the fan?
Yeah, it's the fan.
I don't have to stop.
I don't know how you do that either. The fan cools it down.
Okay. I don't know why it gets so hot.
Good evening, number one. A warm welcome to you this evening. You can say hi in the comments.
Good
Welcome.
evening.
Welcome to the SGC. We are a little bit early this evening, but that's okay. We just thought we'd try and catch you. Well, not literally, no. No. So, we'll chat amongst yourselves. We'll be with you in a minute. Yeah, you can talk to us if you want. You can say hi. How you doing? If you're new here, please subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Yes, those that have not been doing that recently, I have seen the numbers. Yes, and they're supposed to be going up, not down. But yes, a warm welcome to you. I don't know what we're doing tonight. Could be a bit of a chit chat. Could be hopefully do some readings. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Get some connectivity going for some people that are after some messages and things like that. Oh, what happened then? What's that mean?
It's just the sun.
Oh, right. Okay. So the idea of the game, everybody, is to actually have a conversation with us. So if you'd like to comment in the comment section, we can see you and we can respond to you. Let us know you're here and you're there and we're ready to say hello. That's definitely cooled down, isn't it? Or quietened down.
It's a bit still a bit.
Anyway. Well, there's not a lot we can do unless someone says hello. Are you writing down already, Celia?
No.
Oh,
I got the pen in my hand, but.
Oh, okay.
And I got my book open.
Got your book.
Who? BB.
Ah, BB. Welcome to you.
Thanks, BB. Evening, BB.
How's your day been, BB? Did you get the rest of your garden watered? I'm very well, thank you.
Yeah, we're all good.
To be honest, I just got out of bed. Oh, are you not well? Or is it really early at your time of the day? Ah, didn't know that.
Oh, lovely.
What is the time over there then? No, I get very few sleeping these days, so I take one. I don't blame you. Nothing better than a sleeping, is there?
No.
Or lie in or chill out or whatever. You ain't got to rush off and do anything.
So what did they do as a celebration then, Brenda?
Yeah, what is a Canada Day?
Do they have carnivals or?
It's almost 11:30. When I was younger, I would sleep in 12 hours. Oh, no parade. Yeah. Is there a party in the park or some? There must be some sort of celebration day, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just people setting up booths for sale and food for sale. Nice.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Is that a local thing to you then, or have you got to go far to find that? My mother had us trained well. Bed at 7, up at 7. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think there's many children today that follow that routine, do you?
No. I don't participate anymore in Canada celebrations because I'm a stick in the mud and do not like crowds. Yeah, I can understand that.
We've just had a Maisie Day, which is a big celebration in the town near where I live. And I used to go and I used to love it. But, oh, yeah, the last few years, I just think, oh, all the crowds and you can't move. And so I've stopped going as well now.
She needed her own time, Sheila. She had 7 kids.
Wow.
Wow, that is
Yeah.
a lot to.
That's 3 more than me, Brenda. I had 4.
Yeah, it's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah. They did have big families though, didn't they? You know.
They did, didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet your home was like a well-oiled ship, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a nice thing actually.
Hmm.
I think it's a shame now, you know, the one child family thing. I think it's nice for brothers and sisters to, you know.
Yeah, she's the youngest. She says we were army brats. Well, presumably you travelled around a bit then. Mm. So we were raised with military precision. Yeah, I bet. Who was the authoritarian then in the family? Your mum or your dad? Because there's always one you can wrap your finger around, and there's always one you can't.
Yeah.
Not so much. My father had a compassionate posting because of my brother being. Ah, okay. My father let my mother do the child rearing. Ugh. Yeah, very traditional family, isn't it, by the sounds of it?
I don't know what it's like near you live, but I just got this almost picture card vision, Brenda, of like mountains off in the distance and like a river close by.
Things were so much easier back then. Yeah. Isn't it odd how we look back at life and think it was an easier life back then? We didn't have all these different things that get in our way, you know. Yeah, look, she says, I'm surrounded by mountains and a river in my city.
Yeah.
Hello from Ireland. Hi, Susan.
Hi, Susan.
Yeah. How's your day been, Susan? You okay? There is a delay in here, and it's Facebook that one, isn't it? I did swim the river years ago. Don't go swim anymore. The beach is now the land of the homeless, and it's really the same. It really is. It's a shame, maybe there aren't any better places in their lives. Yeah.
Yeah. Does the name Spencer mean anything to you, Brenda? It's a bit unusual name, isn't it?
Yeah. I never did like swimming pools. The river was much nicer. Yeah. As long as it wasn't a fast flowing river. You know what I mean? Yeah. No Spencer, see there.
Okay.
Don't get. How can I say? Strange terminology, but do you know anyone who did logging? Like moving lots of logs? Tree logs? You know what they're called? Are they logs? Loggers. Because we're talking about the river and everything, and I'm just seeing logs being passed down the river.
I'm getting salmon fishing. Fishing.
Nice. Could it be a guide? She asks.
I don't know, I just got the name Spencer. Like I said, it's quite an unusual name, isn't it? You don't hear it much.
Yeah. I've got a slight dizziness with this chap. I do feel it is a gentleman that did the logging. And why am I writing jogging? Logging. There's a head issue. I do know people who worked out in the bush logging, but I don't know about the logs in the river. Okay. Oh, well, I'm seeing logs in the river. Logging. Well, this gentleman had a head injury, I think. Like, you know, if you banged your head on the river. Or on the river. On a log in on a log in the river. Oh Christ, this is a tongue twister, isn't it? You know what I mean. Kim says hi, Miss Sweets.
Hi,
Hope
Kim.
you're well, thinking of you all. Hello, Kim. We're just talking about rivers and logging.
I just got a salmon jumping up in the river.
Good evening, Marie and Lee and Celia. That's correct. And everyone, I hope you are well and early today. Are you all well early today? Oh, early today. Yes. Yeah. Well, we're trying to get a little bit more time crammed into the sitting so we'll be able to do some more potential readings or conversations, everyone. Julie Netto, hello.
Hello, Julie.
That name rings a bell.
That's my cousin.
Who?
Cousin.
Oh. Well, there you go then.
You keeping well, Julie?
Not so bad, thanks. Any other Friday. Yeah. I still can't get rid of the login, to be fair, but
No,
anything for me tonight would be so grateful. If you start a conversation with us and get a conversation flowing, that kind of sparks the energy and in the flow of how we communicate. So, you know. So, over to you. That's so kind. Thank you. She says, I love you. Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
I am about...
Oh, good.
Yeah. I'm all right, thanks.
Doesn't matter about Lee. He's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever. I'm not sure who it could be. The person I know worked in logging is still with us, but I do not know if my grandfather had to clear cut his farm up north. Oh, I see. But would he have moved the logs via the river, though? That's the important bit, because they're on the river. They're not like if I cleared the farm up north and then put them on some sort of vehicle or whatever way to distribute them. I feel that the river would have been the way to do it. That's what I'm feeling with that bit. He was a homesteader. I've got no idea what that means. What's a homesteader? It sounds, I mean, I don't know. Oh, okay. I think they was very close to the farm because they would cut ice from the river for their water supply. Oh, okay. Yeah, someone who creates homestead from the wilderness. Oh, right, so you create a piece of land like by chopping the trees down, and then what? Do you put a claim in against that land and then get it authorised in that way? And you must state it and peg it and whatever. Good evening, Susan. So much going on at the moment, don't know where to start. Well, that's okay, just start with how are you feeling and how's your day been and how's your week been, and we're just generalising things. It's a general conversation. We don't need to know the ins and outs of everything. We're just saying, start a conversation in the comments, and if we pick something up, we can link in with you. That's kind of what we're saying. I think he bought the land from the government. Ooh. So the government owned the land, but then he had to do all the clearing, basically. What did he have on the land? Farms, like farmland? Like, was it like growing plants, animals? You can't grow an animal, but, have animals and grow plants. Farmland. No, he bought the land, it was for a farm. Oh yeah, it's not good growing around way up north. The only thing they could grow was root vegetables. Not good. I think they grew grains. You try saying that fast. I think they grew grains. Must have been a sturdy life though. Like living under those. I presume the conditions were quite difficult living in a situation or a place where it's not really, what's the word, civilized in that sense. Do you know what I mean? You're still, as you say, in the wilderness. There's all sorts of things to worry about, whether it be bears and all that sort of thing. My mother said she would never marry a farmer because it was not a good life for her. She had enough of farming when she was a child. Oh, so hence the military dad. Yeah. Well, she stuck to her word then, didn't she? She changed the direction. It was a harsh life because of no amenities. Yeah. But sometimes some people just stick to what they know and what they tend to sort of... if that was your granddad's life and what he'd already known, you kind of carried it on, I suppose. If he came from another farm, like did his family have another farm somewhere else, and he wanted to start out and have his own somewhere else. So much sorrow. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Kim. Mm. Yes, well, he did have a good job, good paying job, but he wanted to go back to farming. He won the Irish sweepstakes and used the money to buy the farm. Ooh. Was that a lot of money then back then? Like, what's that conversion to our day in terms of finances? Had a government job, gave it up. Oh, yeah. Be a farmer. My mother was not impressed. Oh dear. Oh dear. It was a lot of money, but I have no clue how much it was. No, of course. It was a lucky one, I would say. He had a job during the Depression, and he won the lottery. Crikey. Yeah. What's that then? The Depression? Is that like the 1920s or something? Is that when that era was? Or am I thinking of something else? Most struggle to put food on the table. Yeah. Was that prohibition as well or something? Hmm. Yes, it was 1920s after the Great War. Yeah, I thought so. He fought in the First World War, met my grandmother in England. She came over by boat, married him. Yeah, that's a pretty brave step to do that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Up and leave and go and do something like that. Crikey. That is really brave. All those war brides were brave. Yeah, absolutely.
We don't know how lucky we are, do we?
We don't. We haven't got a clue, have we, really?
No.
Not when you look at the generations before and what they went through, what they sacrificed. And that's definitely a key for finding gratitude in your life, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah. One of my old high school teachers lived in England during the war, and she used to love telling us stories about the bomb shelters in London. Well, it's not a very good story, is it? I mean, I'd imagine some of those stories were pretty harrowing, really. Did they fill in the bomb shelters, or do they still exist? I don't know if they filled them all in. I know a lot of them used to go into the underground. You know, like the where the railways and stuff like that, because they were so deep in the ground, weren't they? In fact, I think they still find things like that, don't they, when they're excavating and doing stuff. You know, I don't want to use the word, but you know, when they come across them, they have to call the army in to sort of get rid of them and detonate them somewhere else in the safe zone or something like that.
I think there's been 2 recently in Plymouth, isn't there?
Yeah.
In somebody's garden, you know.
During COVID, a neighbour, they had a hand grenade found in their garden. The bomb scored out.
Blimey. Crazy after all these years, still planning bombs, yeah. Kim, are you still with us, by the way? Are you in the background?
Yeah, because I've written a couple of bits down.
Yeah, I'm me. Hi, says, please can you help me understand what's going on in my life? Well, maybe, but we can certainly give you what we've been given. Steela, do you want to go? Go first on me.
Right, would you understand a gentleman that was in hospital, and I'm seeing like you know, the tubes and breathing mask and everything. I'm a bit focused around a hospital, so I also don't know if you've got family that are in hospital now, or family that are someone in the family that's really not at all well. Is this making any sense to you, Kim? It's very slow, isn't it?
It's Facebook.
Yeah. And I've also written legal letter, but I don't know, kind of like, I put legal, but maybe just like official letters or something, and the feeling of like it's all a bit much and I'm putting them in a drawer out the way.
If you can respond, Kim, please.
Yeah, sorry, if you
Yeah.
can respond as quick as you
Yeah.
can. Kim.
So that I know whether I'm on the right path here or not. I've certainly got concerns around health within the family.
She says, tune down to see why I've been bringing up blood.
Ah, right, so it's you then. But would you also understand a gentleman that's passed? I don't know, like father or something, that was in hospital and had tubes and like oxygen. I kind of got the feeling from him that it was quite sudden. Like I'm all right 1 minute and then the next minute I'm in hospital. Does this make any sense to you? Don't know about that. Okay. So, would you understand about the letters that I'm talking about? Like, I feel like there's letters coming in, and just the thought of them is too stressful, and I'm like putting them in a drawer because I can't deal with it at a minute. If not, I'm gonna pass you over to Lee. I'm obviously on the wrong wavelength. Very slow in it.
She says, my stepson Lewis.
Yeah.
What's that in relation to? Do you mean, is that someone that's passed? As Celia was asking, if someone's passed? Or is this something?
Related to the wish on her.
No.
No. Well, that does. Yeah, I can't tell anything by that. I'm sorry, Kim. I'm going to pass you over to Lee because...
Okay. Hi, Kim. Thanks for joining us. If I may, I'd like to pass on the information that I was given as I sat here connecting with the energies around you. Would you understand a situation where I kind of want to say either someone's been using alcohol too much or been leaning on alcohol for some sort of support mechanism or something like that, thinking that, you know, it will get them through a situation or through a certain period of time while they're going through something. That's the first thing that came through, so I need to mention that. Passed away age 32 only a few weeks ago. Oh, the stepson Lewis.
Right.
Okay. Gonna take a while, this, isn't it? Good job we came on early then. Okay, I'm going to move on with what I've got. And maybe if you can comment if it makes sense to you, that would be really helpful. Been there, done that. Hi, Tan. Okay. Well, as long as you can understand the situation, that's what's coming up first, okay? So I need to talk about that first. Now I'm going to let that go and move on to the next bit. I was aware that there was a passing of a child in spirit. So if you can understand someone, it could be yourself or it could be someone you know, the passing of a child. So I had a child around you and therefore I needed to pass that on. But there was a relevance to a cat. So I've got this cat coming in and this cat was giving me information, and it sounds odd, but it was almost in like bubbles of information. That's kind of how it came through. I haven't got the name for the cat, but I got the name Rose coming through from the cat. So I don't know if you can take the name Rose. And also there was a rose given to you, a red rose. So you must understand where you've either been gifted a red rose or you carried a red rose, but there was a red rose in significance to you. Okay, and this flower is being gifted to you. Okay. I had a number 67, so that could be the age of somebody or the year 1967, so that must mean something to you, and the month of October. So October being a reference point to a passing, an anniversary, a birthday, something like that as well. Okay. And then as I worked through the next section, I had a family link with a gentleman coming through as George, and he wanted to come through, and I think he's partly trying to help establish the link and pass this information over. I was certainly aware of my left hand, and I was aware that there was some healing needed going on because my left hand started to burn up and feel that energy coming in. Okay. That was it. Yeah, I was also expressed to tell you about any issues or problems that you may have. They were offering help in terms of, I don't know if you've done this before, but try to journal some of your information about your life and write it down on paper and then burn it. Okay? They're asking you to send your problems out to the universe and release yourself from these pains. That's what I got from this. I hope you can understand some of this because I've not actually had a response back from you at the minute, so I don't know where you've gone. But that's kind of what came through. Without any more input, I don't really know. Why does it do that? It's weird. Yeah. Just a quick hi. Oh, we said hi to Tan. I am the Rose. My daughter's middle name. I'm 67. I'm not sure about birthday. I'm not sure, but my birthday is October. Okay, well hold on to that, Tan. Kathy Hambert, hi. Still don't know where Kim's gone. Oh, right. Well, I thought I was with him, but seems Tan's taking it all. Can you... So, okay, if this is you then, Tan, forgive me for calling you Tan. Is it Tan or Ann? I don't know. Tanan. Tanan? Yeah. If you are going through something at the minute, as in something that is causing you concern about life and struggles and what to do next, where to move forward, because that's what I asked, you would understand about the need to write it down. And also, can you take a cat? I don't know if she said she can take a cat. You are going through something, okay.
It's all confusing now, isn't it? Because Kim is there now.
I know, but she wasn't there when I was giving all this information, so she's not accepted it or took it on. But Tan can, so I'm going with. Fortunately, Kim, I think my messages are going with Tan, and not you, my friend. Sorry. So the idea was to write down all your pain and suffering that you're going through, because associated to the pain and suffering, Tan, was, what do I do with it? How do I get through it? How do I find a solution without feeling like I'm being bogged down, carrying the weight of the world on my shoulders, and therefore I'm struggling, okay? And they were offering a solution to help you do that. And I'm not, I don't want to make this sound just for you, because I think that this is actually helpful to a lot of people if they're only to listen to this. So if you were to write down all your experiences, your feelings, your frustrations, how you're feeling about something, and write it down, you do almost like a little bit of a prayer, if you like, in doing that, by releasing all that information. And in doing so, you give yourself permission to let it go. And you burn it and you send it off, and energetically you change that vibration of what it represents into a fire, the fire energy, and you release that. Fire. Yeah, fire cleanses, yeah. I order that. It's grief and trauma. Of course, yeah. But can you take a George? Oh, she did say she could take a George as well. Can take the George. Okay. Are you playing, do you have anything to do with tarot cards, Tan? Do you use them? Have you been using them? In terms of a way of how to, have you been trying to connect to somebody on the other side, and you've been using some sort of method to do this, like a tarot? Yes. Do you use them as in professionally? Sorry, okay, don't give names, don't give us names. But the sense of, oh, hang on. if I said, was this person someone very close to you, almost like a partner, something like that? Because that's kind of how I'm feeling with this. Let me just try and work with this, because I feel like you've been trying to connect. Where are you then, my friend? What should I say? Oh, okay. My fiance also died. Right. Okay. Was this in an accent, do you know? Like an unexpected sort of terrible scenario? And my pa. That's regardless. Unexpected food. Okay. Maybe not accident, but certainly unexpected. Kim says, I understand you can't always hear one voice. I just want some peace to know Lewis is at peace. I can tell you he's home if that's what you're after. And whilst being home, of course he'll be finding peace. Okay. Yeah, so he's in home, and that's always going to be surrounded by unconditional love. So yeah, he's at peace. Yeah. So Tan says, yes, unexpected, found in a hotel room. Okay, but what's the solution about a car though? Because I'm seeing a car, and that's why I said, was it an accident? Because I'm trying to work through what the scenario is with the car. Are you stuck with the car? Do you know what to do with the car? Did you find something in the car? Have you been through like belongings? George is stepping in as well again. I don't know. Okay, if you can't take the car, we'll just shelve that for a moment. Okay, so let's put it in another way then. Have you been going through some of his belongings, and have you come across something that you didn't know that he had? That was possibly going to be gifted to you in some fashion that you kind of found. That's kind of what I want to say. Right. Okay. It feels like something's been unearthed, but kind of like in a nice way, if that makes sense. And if not now, then expect that at some point. Maybe you'll come across it or something like that. Okay. And with this connection that you're trying to achieve with trying to reach your fiance John, I need to talk to you about energy waves. Do you understand this? Because if I explain it on an energy level, like radio station levels, power shot. Sorry, my apologies. So, if you were understanding about connecting, if you wanted to tune into your energy of the person that isn't here anymore, yes, energy waves, yeah. They're kind of asking you, you've been tuning into the wrong energy or the wrong frequency. So we're at different levels of frequency, and to match those frequencies is kind of what I'm asking you to try and work more on, if that's the right way to, and establish your link or connection to it. Because I do think that once you establish your connection, you'll be able to communicate better. At the minute, you're not finding the energy to correctly match the energy waves that he's sending out or that he's vibrating on versus what you're vibrating. I kind of want to raise your vibrations up, and that's probably because you're going through. Oh, fiance Josh. It probably feels like. So again, I'll try to explain. So because we're going through grief, our energies are low. So maybe at this time right now isn't the right time. Do I need to be a higher? Yes, absolutely do need to be on a higher vibration. But naturally, because you're going through grief, your energy levels will be low regardless. So it will take a while to kind of let that grief go from shock, horror, etc., to kind of I'm dealing with it, and then you're on a more of a balance with it, and you can cope with it more better in your life without going to the trying to connect with him now and therefore struggling because it isn't working properly. And I'm going to ask you one more thing. Have you heard of the Ouija board? Have you been using any of these devices? Let's be honest with you, they're just tools at the end of the day to try and connect. I'm not saying I don't suggest you do. What you do is your own business, but I'm just aware of different aspects of trying to connect to him. I don't do Ouija. Good, because that's what I felt was not the right step forward for you, because we can invite all sorts into that situation. So I was just trying to say, if you are using that as a tool, maybe try something else. The tarot, yes, fine. They can influence the cards to give you an outcome that you're after. However, I would rather, I don't do the word yet. I would rather you try and connect energetically from the energies that you feel and sense. Let those energies grow naturally, so that when you can sense someone drawing near to you, you can reach out and find out who that person is through the energy of the love, the vibration that you're sending. And when you match that and you get that right, you won't need the tarot. You won't need all these different divinations to use to connect. You'll just know when they draw near. You can feel them. You can sense them, and they'll start to use that, calling card that they give to help you understand that that's them when they draw near. It could be a stroke of the hair, a gentle touch on the arm. I've got angel cards, but I try and write down my grandfather's messages. Yeah. Okay. I kind of want to say, I don't know if you answered this earlier. I don't know if you do this professionally or you don't do this professionally, or a desire to want to do this professionally, but you're kind of wondering what's going on right now. In this field, I mean. Not professionally, but you have a distinct connection to this energy, this work that we do. A desire, maybe. Just me. Oh, a self. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah. Yeah, but alongside that, we have an energy of, yes, I have an interest in this. I'm keen interested in this, and I want to do that sort of thing, My power was a Grand Master Freemason. Okay. Does that mean you could... But what does that mean you could do? Oh, okay. Are you a business owner by any chance as well? Oh, what's that? Are you a business owner? Do you have a business? You may have. I don't know. Yeah, gifted very much. I'm very intuitive. Yeah. Do you have a business at all? Or an idea? Working on it. Okay, I won't say any more then. As long as you understand the message, I will leave you to it. Thank you, Tan. Celia, have you got out?
No, I'm gonna pass.
Okay, that's fine. Well, we wish you all the well, Tan, in your endeavours, but also obviously with what you're going through, your grief, you're certainly going through it. If you've lost so many close relatives recently, and your fiance, it is harrowing and it is difficult.
Yeah.
Keep going, and every day is a new day. You'll start, at some point, start to let that energy sink in through you, and hopefully you can become stronger. And don't forget, they never really leave us. They're never far from us. The physical, yes, that's gone. We understand that. That's a part of our lives, existence on this planet, and what so. But they're never really far from us. The only thing that can bring them closer to us is a thought. You think of them and they draw near. That's it. And I know that seems a little bit like simple, But that's the truth. It's, you know, sometimes the simplicities of most things are the easiest and to understand.
We make it complicated.
Oh God, yeah, we overcomplicate things so much, and we don't need to. You just have them a thought in your head, and when you have that thought and that love coming in from them, or how you feel about them, they draw nearer. I try to remember they're really still here. It just feels unfair. Yes, completely. And that's the grief talking, isn't it? Because at some point you'll get to an understanding that, you know, there's probably nothing that you could have done to avoided the situation. Spiritual simplicity. Yeah, absolutely, baby. Yeah. It's really difficult at times, isn't it? I'll be okay. Want a cuddle from my family, but they're all gone. Yes, I'll be okay.
Are you having stuff moved around, Tan?
Yeah.
I am sensing that you put something down, and when you go back later to get it, it's been moved.
Yes.
She says, yeah.
Ah, right. Yeah,
A lot.
a lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. They're just telling me that they've moved stuff around. And a cup. They're talking about a cup. They like to move a cup. Which is a bit unusual, isn't it? It's usually keys or something, isn't it? It's usually,
Right or something.
Yeah, but imagine
Yeah.
if you had a favourite cup that you drank out of.
yeah,
And that
yeah,
would be their calling card to say, I'm moving the cup
yeah,
that I used to
yeah.
drink out of.
I'm definitely picking up a cup being moved.
Mm. I don't know, but I definitely.
Watch out for it, yeah.
I'll definitely watch out for it. Right, okay.
So I'll go back to what I thought was for. Would you understand? Like, I've written legal letter, but it'd be, you know, I can also just say an official letter. Would you understand this? Where, like, you might be struggling to deal with it. Like, oh, I'd rather not deal with that now. Would you understand that?
How'd you move that? Oh.
You can't.
My aunt has stolen the estate. So is there a legality over this then, is there?
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Very bad.
Yeah, I've avoided all of it. Yeah, I'm just definitely picking up, you know, the sensing about you that things are all a bit much to deal with. So it's like I'm pushing them to the side, and I'd rather not deal with it now. I'm just gonna say, you just need to give yourself time to, I'm gonna say time to heal. You know, you've obviously been through a lot, and it isn't easy, as Lee said. I'm gonna leave their love with you, my love. But look out for a cup being moved.
She says, yeah, what should I do?
What is this over the legalness of I think, is there anyone that can help you with this matter? Someone that you can,
Like legal aid or something?
yeah, just someone that you can, or even, you know, like a family member. Yeah, just someone. What's that saying? You know, like a problem shared is a
It's
problem
a problem half.
halved. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave that, my love, with you, and I just wish you well.
Can I just ask before you go, Tan? Two things really, and I know this may sound improper, but if you could do a like and a subscribe to our page, that would be really helpful to us, and we'd appreciate that tremendously. But I wanted to ask, can you take the name Bill or William as well in spirit? Because that name keeps coming through as well. And I wanted you to... I feel that's kind of like uncle's side as well. It's like on an uncle level. You know? That's nothing to do with an uncle then, is it? Do you know what? I'm really good at family trees. No. Well, I can work out with it. It's my I passed that. Oh right, you passed that. Yeah, but that's the thing. Was he known as Bill or Will?
Billish.
Yeah, but it could be Will, or it could be William, or it could be Bill. But to me, it's like I've got three people in my head. So I'm trying to work out: is it one person, or is it that's how that person was known, recognised, and therefore I would answer all of those names. Yeah. If someone said Bill and I go, yeah. Someone said Will, I go, yeah. Someone said William, I go, yeah. Do you know what I mean? I also have an uncle whose dad's name is... Oh yeah, let's just complicate things even worse. There's... I presume you mean lots of them. That's what I want to say, is that it's the person that would have been called by all three names, you know? And therefore would have answered to anybody. But I also feel like, even though he would have answered, that there's obviously females in the family tree upstairs as well that are also pushing, trying to get through, because I feel like they've stepped back now. And there's an M sounding name, so like a Margaret, I almost said Millie then, or Martha. They're old names, aren't they? In your family tree, but there's definitely an M sounding. Like, who's Maurice, or is it Maureen? Yeah.
Her nan.
Your nan. Auntie Margaret, yeah, got the Margaret bit. So what's your nan's name then? What's her first name, can I ask? Because I'm getting different names coming in here. Oh, okay. Pamela, Pam, okay. Okay, so the question is, who's stirring the pot? I want to say stirring the pot. It feels like someone is literally making... Do you understand that terminology? Like, we would have a different saying to that. But you know when someone's stirring something up? Her mum was Mary... Which one? No, I won't say that one. It is my sister about... Oh, okay, so... Is it my sister about this state stuff? I don't know. I feel there's a... Not a warning, but like a generalised warning to say someone is stirring stuff up. And you might not be aware of them, but they're talking to someone else in the family and they're kind of stirring things up. We would say another word in front of the stirring, beginning with S, but we can't say that.
No.
But hopefully you understand that, and it almost feels like too much gossiping is causing problems. Yeah, it's very difficult in his family because you know they say, "Oh no, it wasn't us. We never said anything or whatever." And you believe them because they're family, but actually, sometimes, yeah, you're trying to avoid it all. I think the trouble is that you're getting brought and drawn into it, even though you're trying to avoid it. It's gross. Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? That's families for you, isn't it? Okay. Who's the one that's bought the new car? Someone's bought a new car recently, or a newer car, shall we say. Can't say that word on here either. We're going to have to bleep you out.
You can say
You can say it, but we can't. I don't know. Well, keep your eyes and ears open for it then, because that's the kind of direction in which I want to point, or at least give you an idea. No, it's fine. Of who may be kind of causing these issues and stuff. So if you hear someone thinking or talking about a new car, or them turning up in a new car, I don't mean like a Mini. I mean something bigger, like you heard of a Ford Ranger or something like that? Julie Burns. Hi, new here. Warm welcome to you, Julie. Thank you for joining us. Yep, okay, we'll do. Okay, I'll shut up now then, because I don't want to say too much and Pan seems to swear her head off. But we hope that's helped you a little bit in your endeavours this evening, and thank you for talking to us. Keep you guys posted. Thank you ever so much. Okay, we will gently move on. So if you're sat in the background and wondering what's going on, we are the SGC. Oh, that's lovely to say. We try and offer help, guidance, support.
Yeah, good reading, Lee.
Good readings. Thank you. And therefore, if you are sat there and wondering, oh, I might fancy a reading, pop your name in the comments and hopefully request and say, oh, I'd like to hear something. But we want to have a conversation with you. We don't want just one-worded replies, because that's not really a conversation. We do like to chat and we do like to talk. One of us does anyway. Apparently I'm known for that, you know. Well, you're struggling right now. Yeah. So Maria's struggling with a voice issue at the minute, and she can't do the readings, but she can support herself by joining the energies of the group and doing so. But as you can tell, I can talk for both of us, so no problem there, eh? And on the right of us is Cecilia, and who is a very gifted ancient wisdom soul coming through. So did I say ancient? I mean mystic.
Yeah, you did, Lee. Yes.
Oh, that fell out.
I did hear it, Lee. Yes.
Damn it. Who will also be able to give you a different perspective on her connections of how we work. So Julie sat there and she's asking, anything from me, please? Julie Burns. Okay. Just out of curiosity, Julie, as you're sat there, the first in the queue, I've got fire around you. Okay. Would you understand anyone being in a fire, working in the fire brigade, for instance? Someone who is around. How would you be around fire? It might be in a kitchen or something. I don't know, but you know. But there's a link to the energy of fire around you. Oh, okay. Oh, you're on Facebook, so you're going to take ages, aren't you, to respond? We are on YouTube, by the way. If you do fancy nipping over to YouTube, it is a hell of a lot quicker in terms of the responses from yourselves to us to you back again. That does help. So if you have got YouTube access, go find us on there. We're exactly the same, SGC, YouTube. We're on there live now, so you might find us. No, nothing. Well, that's helpful then, isn't it? Okay. Can you take a John upstairs? A connection to you, John? Can you take a John? That was my next question. That's the second time this evening I got that fire, isn't it? Can't seem to get the fire energy out of me. What's the connection to fire? I've also got I think it's a surname? A surname. Okay. Yes. So I don't know what the yes is to be fair with you, because I know you're new, and I'll try and reiterate this. If you can give us more than 1 or 2 3-worded responses, it kind of gives us an idea of what it is that you're replying to, because partly there's a 30-second, 20-second delay here for us to respond because that's the way the system works, and secondly, it doesn't really help us in what you're responding to. So that would help. Oh, was the John the one you could take? Maybe that's what you mean. I would prefer you say, yes, I can take a John. Because we also said, well, maybe you could nip over to YouTube because we're on there as well. So you might say, yes, I'll do that. Anyways. Yeah, and doing it again. Surname beginning with S. And it might be T, like something. That's kind of where I'm at. Might have been a bit of a mouthful, actually, to try and say. I don't know if you can take that. Oh, that's interesting as well. Are you or anyone in your family or any sort of involvement around pottery, castings, working in that environment? Molds? Look at this pen. Maybe it's a potter. Are you a potter? I don't know. Is that what they're called? Potters? Marble. What is going on with you, Julie? There's all sorts going on. This is going to be a slow one, I'm afraid. I don't know. I don't know if you're still with us, Julie, or if you've moved on, came off. I've got no idea what's happening. She's not responded. Okay, well, we might think that maybe Julie's left the room. Okay. Oh, right. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, I think Julie's moved on, so we'll have to move on as well if she's not responding. So, never mind. Bit frustrating, but never mind. Who else is still with us? Please say hi in the comments so we know who's around, who's with us, who's listening. Thanks, baby. Thanks, Joe. Well, the trouble is, there's not a lot to listen to at the minute because hardly anyone's talking to us, so... Bit of frustration tonight, isn't it? Probably didn't help because the England game was on. Like and subscribe. Yes. Yeah, but that doesn't even say they're not watching the one, does it? Or being watching the one. Wow. Yep. Yeah. Well, I think if no one's going to talk to us and want readings and communicate in that fashion, I think we'll end it the evening. We do thank you all for joining up and talking to us this evening. Yeah, those that have interacted, we do appreciate that. Thank you ever so much. We are back Sunday, 7:30 UK time. Well, actually, no, 7 o'clock. Or 7:10, 7:15, something like that. We're going to try and start a little bit earlier, try and get more readings done. That is obviously dependent on those that want to communicate and talk to us.
Yeah.
Have a lovely rest of your evening, guys. Thanks very much for watching. We will catch you soon.
Yeah, bye-bye.